All right, let's get right to tying. This is Roza's green tag, created by Roza. And this is pretty much an awesome fly. One of the only ones, one of the only tag nymphs that uses a green tag, or chartreuse, I guess you could say, which is kind of unique and kind of nice because chartreuse does just work great all the time. So when you're, well, I know I use fluorescent orange a ton, but it's always nice to have another color in case one color isn't getting it done. You can switch over to something like this. Get another very proven color. We're just going to give our thread a counterclockwise spin. Just keep a nice flat body here as we're tying in our tag. Just tie it, get a nice, get that tied in nice and on top of the hook. Get that thread nice and flat, bring it all the way back up behind the bead, and tie in our rib. This is a pretty simple pattern. Really, it's almost like a tag nymph and a zebra midge, so you know it's got a lot of good materials that have been proven, good colors. Just going to keep this flat so that we keep a nice thin body to this fly. Try to do touching turns as best you can because this is a thread body fly. Get that thread nice and flat. Bring it back up, making sure to cover all those, anything that you can see that ribbing through. And now you can give a little bit of taper to this body if you would like. Probably gonna give it just a little bit of a taper. This is a size 14, so you can get away with it with a slightly larger. But we don't want to get carried away. Thin nymphs catch more fish than big fat ones, so definitely keep your nymph thin. And then go ahead and get that ribbing wrapped up. This is a size small wire. With a size small, you can kind of space your wraps closer together, which I think looks pretty nice. If you like the larger, like brassy sized wire, when they're spaced too close together, I think it just doesn't quite look right. But great thing about tying, you can do it how you want. Now that we've got that part done, we'll sneak back in here and trim this tag off pretty close. Now before we get to our CDC collar, which is another material that is just amazing at catching fish, we're going to get a little bit of this black ice dub. Get it just so that we have a little bit of a bump here. And that's just going to help our CDC stay up and away from the fly. It'll keep it from just matting itself down to the fly. Okay, we're going to give another counterclockwise twist. And we're going to use this thread splitter, get that thread nice and flat. And try to split it right in half. There we go, that's pretty good. The thread splitter will be down in the description along with all the other tools. This thread split technique just really makes things easier. Get that CDC trapped in there. Give a nice clockwise turn that's going to cord everything up and really grab that CDC. Basically have a nice CDC dubbing loop that's just out of view of the camera. So with that, then we can just start taking wraps right up here behind the bead. As we get that going, we can kind of pull those fibers back with each wrap. Until all that CDC is tied in. And you can see you got a nice CDC collar there. It's kind of bushed way out. So we're going to just get a very, very small amount of ice dub again. We want just enough to kind of go around the hook another time or two. We don't want to build up a huge ball of dubbing in front. So just very, very thin dubbing noodle. So just kind of finish everything off for us. So kind of grab all those fibers, preen them back, get it around a couple times, get that thread in there. Now you can come back here with your fingernails and kind of pinch and rip off those longer CDC fibers if you want. I don't think the fish care. And now you can go right into a whip finish. After this whip finish, you can go ahead and put some head cement, super glue, or UV resin on there if you want. Trim that thread out. And there you have the Roza's green tag. Go ahead and tie a bunch of these up. It's always good to have different colored tag nymphs in your box. Thanks for watching.